Hello lovely people, welcome to me doing DIY. I know, didn't think we'd see this day, but here we are.
This video is sponsored by Skillshare.
Today I'm going to be putting together a little push walker for Rupert because Claudia unfortunately has the curse.
Peggy, of course I can't go swimming. You know I've got the curse.
And while I do that, I'm also going to be talking to you a bit of an update about my face. This whole situation. So I posted on my Instagram a little reel a few days ago where someone had asked me a question asking why I have migraines that last for 2 weeks, and I sort of facetiously answered, I don't know, I wish I did. Do you know? But I kind of do. It's because my face isn't right. It's wrong.
Why do your migraines last so long? Not judging, just really curious. You know what? Me too. I too am curious. I would love to know the answer to this one. If you don't know what a migraine is, what a life you've lived. Congratulations. I pray that you continue to live in this blessed way.
But before we get into what on earth is wrong with my face, let's start with what we're making today, which is a radio flyer push wagon. I'm so excited. Sorry, Tilly. My excitement drove her off. I have been wanting to get him this since before he was born, and now finally he stands up. I mean, he stands up when holding on to something, don't get too excited. So that's why he needs the push wagon. I just have to work out how to put it together. I have a trusty toolbox. I have, conveniently, it did come with all the little parts. And you know what's great? I don't have a migraine today. So, running with it. Because it says there are 4 of this, and 6 of this, and this many of this, and blah blah blah. I don't know. You know what? We're gonna be on the fly with this. So what's wrong with my face? Well, I have a connective tissue disorder, which means that it's the bits that hold your bones together, and for me they don't quite, doesn't quite work. There's a proper explanation video and whatnot up here, but if you can't really be asked with that, then that's fine, who can blame you? Basically, my bones, not great at holding themselves together. That includes, unfortunately, my jawbone that's not actually attached, you know, the rest of your whole skull. It's like your upper teeth, actually there, in your skull. Lower teeth, they're on your jawbone. Jawbone doing its own thing, flying fancy free. You can dislocate it, which I've done by eating. I would be lying if I said I wasn't also bothered by the fact my face looks wonky. But I know you're now going to say, what? No, it doesn't. But it's my face, and I feel that it looks wonky. Those are my feelings. You don't have to validate them, that's perfectly alright. And then it was quite nice because I did get to go to a specialist dental person, maxillofacial. It validated the feeling of, yes, your face is wonky. And I was like, oh, thanks, I feel so seen. She said, that must hurt. And I was like, yes, it does hurt. It does hurt actually. I'm not going very far with this. Let me get further on.
Oh, hi and welcome to the Skillshare ad. So, Claudia and I are both really creative people who love learning new skills and doing fun activities in our spare time. A little bit like Sims. So Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people, where you can kind of explore new skills, develop existing interests, and get lost in creativity. So one of my recent favourite classes in Skillshare has been Confidence for Creatives, 5 exercises to grow your confidence and self-care by Eugenia Washington. Now this was a truly fascinating course because I learned how to sort of create a better relationship with myself and maintain my self-belief and confidence through a difficult project. Now, top secret, I'm working on a little project at the moment to do with some writing. And it's not really top secret, let's be honest. I think we all know I've been trying to write a book for a while. I mean, not trying, I have. It's just perfecting it, right? You know, it's keeping up that confidence, isn't it? It's difficult. But at the same time, keeping the creativity flowing, but also editing it, but then not losing heart when you're editing something that you're trying to be really loose and flowing with. As someone who's done many speeches and live events in the past, you know, confidence isn't something I tend to struggle with. But when it comes to my ability to, you know, work on actual writing and sharing it with the world, it's a bit harder For just one affordable yearly price, you can get access to thousands of classes. You can get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare by clicking the link in the description or using my code Jessica Kellgren-Fozard. Yeah, I know, it's Jessica, normal, then Kellgren, Kellgren, Fozard, Fozard. What a name, I know. Made that one complex for you. Now, back to my building. We'll see how that's going.
So the issue is though, when I have a very loose face, it is much looser on one side than the other. So it got really, really loose on the left side, which made the right side get really overactive to basically be able to eat and talk again. Love to talk. So it built up basically this big, massive muscle, which again, other people were like, I can't tell, I can't see. Now I'm in trouble. I had not taken my daytime pills. That's one reason I get migraines. So yes, it got very strong on one side and then not on the other. This very exciting Max doctor was like, hey, we're going to inject Botox in your face. And I was like, oh, that seems kind of terrifying. Because they inject a large amount into your jaw and your scalp. When they do it, it kind of, don't be put off by this, feels slightly like it's going down your throat and you're drowning in numbness. But also, it works really well. The migraines when you don't have it are really quite bad. The first time I had it done, only about a 5-day migraine afterwards. For context, my migraines were generally 20 days a month, and then after having the procedure done, would go down to about 10 days after the month. But they wouldn't last for more than 2 or 3 days at a time. But the first time I had it done, I had a migraine that lasted for 5 days, which was a long time to have a migraine for me. Are you laughing at me in the background? Yeah. Right, yes, fine. So I did one bit the wrong way up. So it works really well the first time, and I was like, yay, this is brilliant. I found something that actually helps my migraines. I'm so excited by this. And then they said every 3 months we will bring you back and give you some more Botox in your face. And I was so delighted by that. Yay! But unfortunately, you know, COVID meant that that did not happen. And rather than every 3 months, unfortunately, it had to wait, and it was meant to be seen in December, but instead, it got waiting longer and longer and longer, and I got seen in March. And what that meant was that my face had gone back or something, but instead of the normal 5-day little bit of migraine that I normally would get after I had the Botox treatment, this time it was a 14-day migraine in the end. That's what I had, which I think is the longest migraine of my life, other than when I had a spinal fluid leak, which took 1.5 years to resolve itself. Still would highly recommend this treatment to anyone who has migraines, because it does really work. I've seen the changes. The women in my family do get migraines, but generally once they approach the menopause. And I've had another doctor who said that I actually have had migraines my whole life. Migraines present differently when you're a child. They present as like a stomach ache rather than a headache. Chronic migraines, chronic migraines. Lovely. Why does this one have to stick out more than the others? So the reason that I really love this walker is because it has a clicker system. Basically inside the wheels they have little compartments, and then there's a little plastic clicker inside next to the spokes of the wheel. Click, 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 click as they go around. They don't just smoothly go around, which means that for a little small baby who's just starting to walk, there's no way that this can go too quickly for them. I am powerful. I am in control. So, as I was saying, one of the things that I have been trying to work on, or I want to work on, now I am a parent, is my independence. I feel like as a person who grew up with an unrecognised
disability, I have a weird relationship with the idea of independence, because I was pushed to be independent when I knew it wasn't something I was ready for, and pushed to be independent in ways I knew that my body wasn't capable of doing. Does mean that I'm sometimes a little overprotective of myself, and I can get scared of trying things because I'm like, oh no, but I could hurt myself. And also there's the level of, oh no, but what if I am able to do that? What if I can? Because it's very hard to win a level of help when you have an invisible disability. And then you get it, and you're like, yay, I have help. And then they're like, cool, you showed that you can't do some stuff, now go out and do stuff. And you're like, I'm a bit worried about that one. I don't know. Got my whole life ahead of me, the whole long life, and so things I do, not just for me, it's for Rupert too. And that means going to learn to drive. Don't know why that has to be the first thing. There we go. Put clickers in place from the back side of body. I get a little nervous when I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to try that. I feel like that will probably set off a migraine for me. Things like going to that really noisy children's thing, that seems like a bit of a scary thing for me. But that's what my little bean wants to do. That's what we're going to do. Would I recommend Botox as a thing to do for your migraines? Yes, absolutely yes, I would. I think it's a great thing to do. I think it kind of makes you feel a bit weird. I think it kind of made me feel a bit sick this time. I think that's just the numbness because your body's adjusting to it. Especially because your jaw is so kind of close to your neck and all your swallowing bits down there. But I also get it done on my scalp, so then that can just make you feel very off, a bit dozy, a bit dopey. Depends how much they put in you, obviously. They put quite a high dosage in when they're doing it for migraine. A lot more than when they're doing it for just like cosmetic Botox, which is why people who do cosmetic Botox can't just give you Botox for migraines. So front wheels. Oh, look at it. Okay, maybe I'll do the other wheels and I'll come back to that one. I have been informed I had the wrong tools. Apparently, when the metal bit hits the end, the noise changes and it makes a different pitch. There are so many things that you can just magically know by hearing. She's just hitting it a few times. This doesn't mean anything. It doesn't count. I made it.
You haven't done the sides.
But you can do it with or without the sides. I know, I'm just telling you I made it.
Well
even
done.
though you banged some bits. No, I'm making it. You did it wrong!
Sorry.
Oh my gosh! There we go.
Yay.
I love it so much. I'm so happy. I'm so pleased with myself. I'm a DIY queen. Thank you so much for watching, and well done, Jessica, for actually getting to the end of that. I hope you enjoyed this DIY and catch-up video. I've been told in the past that I'm not skilled at multitasking, but I think today we've proved I'm capable of trying at least. So, and thanks so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video and helping me to be my absolute most confident self in this video. Remember, the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, so you can start exploring your creativity today. If you haven't already, please do subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I make a new video. Remember, I am going to be taking some time off, which means that you need to know when videos are coming out. There are going to be a couple of shorts here and there, but if you're after those long videos, the bell. You need it. As always, thank you to the Clubbies for supporting the channel. If you'd like to be a member of the Kellgren-Fozard Club, just click the join button or the link in the description to sign up. The membership includes exclusive access to behind the scenes content and a shout out in your birthday month.